Well, hello everybody. This is Shadow the Lion Queen, and today we are back with another movie, and it's another pregnancy movie review. So, some of you guys probably are wondering, what this movie that I'm going to be talking about has to do with pregnancy. Well, I am going to be talking about that, and I will be going into more detail regarding that. So, basically, this film, Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs, that came out in 2009, I am going to sit here and say there is a pregnant character in this movie, and that happens to be Ellie, who is Manny's mate. So, if you guys have seen this movie, this film takes place after, um, yeah, it takes place after the Meltdown movie. So, if you have not seen that one, then you'll have to watch that one, before you watch this one for some context. So basically, Ellie is pregnant in this film, and it shows, you know, Ellie being pregnant in the film. Like in the movie, you do get to see Ellie pregnant, which I think it's a real treat because normally with these kind of movies, you don't necessarily see, pregnant characters in like these kids' films. But when I saw Ellie was pregnant, I was like in for a real one because this film is just not only was just funny, but it was just a really amazing film to the Ice Age films. So the plot of basically involves Manny and Ellie getting ready to have a baby, and Sid wants to have kids of his own self, but he doesn't get a girlfriend till much later in the series. So basically, what he does is he adopts some dinosaur eggs, and of course, he gets taken by Mama Dino, and he gets taken to a underground world. So basically, Manny, the Ellie, Crash Eddie, and Diego have to go and um save Sid. Now, they meet this new character, Buck the Weasel, who's voiced by Simon Pegg. And I gotta say right now, I really love the character Buck. I thought he was really, really funny and enjoyable. I mean, he's a pretty comedic character. So, I mean, he's kind of like the the weasel version of Tarzan in a world with dinosaurs, if that makes total sense. Now, I do remember watching this movie on DVD for the first time, and I really loved this film. This film was just really good. Like it's got really good jokes and stuff, and it's just a really good addition to, the Ice Age series. Cuz if you like the first two movies, then you really have to add this one to your collection because this one is just a really good film. And most of the time, when it comes to these children films, you do see pregnant characters, but that's a rarity. And that was just amazing seeing Ellie pregnant in this film. And you do get to see Ellie going into labor and giving birth in this movie. I mean, with, these movies that involve characters pregnant, they don't usually, show a character going into labor. I mean, in a rare occasion, you might, and you don't really see a character giving birth in children's films. I mean, it's a rarity, but they really just don't want to go too much into detail because, they don't want to, I guess they just don't want to, expose children to too much detail in pregnancy. If you remember me doing Flintstones Holly Rockabye Baby review, I did say that that one went heavy amount of detail on pregnancy. And when I found out that, this film went into more detail in that, I honestly was pretty pretty shocking, to see, you know, you do see Ellie pregnant throughout this film, and you do see her, go into labor and giving birth. You don't usually see that when it comes to these children's movies, but it's a rarity, you know. What I really do enjoy this film is the fact that it went into detail on, the pregnant character, Ellie. And it did go into, depth into pregnancy. Not too depth like, not too deep like the Flintstones Holly Rockabye Baby, but you get the idea. Overall, this film is just a really good one. I mean, I love the acting. Like, the actors did a great job. I like the Buck character. I thought he was a really neat character. And it was just a really amazing movie. I personally really enjoyed this a whole lot. So, now, to honor the fact that, they're making a sixth Ice Age movie called Boiling Point, so I'm kind of curious as to what the plot is going to be about, although there's no detail been released yet about it, so I guess we'll have to wait and see, because you never know. I mean, it's a possibility, but you really don't know. Overall, I really do have to say is that, if you're a fan of the Ice Age movies, then you really have to add this movie to your collection. It's just worth it. It's just a really good film. It's really well done. So, there's definitely that. Now, I definitely do need to say is that the fact that this film went into detail involving, pregnancy, but not too deep like the Flintstones Holly Rockabye Baby. I mean, that was a rarity you also don't see very often. So it's definitely another level. So there's that. Now, I guess with that being the case and with that being said, I'm just going to sit here and say right now that, this is a really amazing film. I personally recommend this movie to anybody who has not seen, well, this movie. You really have to see it. So, yeah. I mean, if you are watching the Ice Age movies, you really have to watch this one. This one is just as good. And now, before any of you say, this movie sucks or whatever, I recommend you watch the first Ice Age movie and you include this one as well as The Meltdown and Continental Drift and Collusion Course. And I really do have to say it's really a great film. I mean, if you like comedy, if you like Ice Age, you definitely need to add this to your collection. And I personally really do, enjoy the comedy that was in this film. So there's definitely that. And you do see, a lot of stuff that happens throughout the film. Like, for example, you do see, Diego helping Ellie while she's in labor. And, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good pregnancy dialogue. I mean, it's kind of a rarity for, movies to go into depth into pregnancy, like more details in that, because you don't really see that in children's films. I mean, it's a rarity, but this was a good film involving pregnancy. Now, I'm guessing we're going to have to go to our score. And that was Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs. I give this movie 10 out of 10 stars. I just really enjoyed this movie a whole lot. I really enjoyed that this is a good continuation of the Ice Age series. This film is funny, it's amazing. I mean, I do like the Buck Wild character. The pregnancy is really well shown. It did not go into much detail as Flintstones Holly Rockabye Baby, but it did what it did. And it honestly really puts a smile on my face because you don't really see this often with, films for kids. And I really do enjoy this a whole lot. So, anyways, with that being said and that being the case, what did you guys all personally think of this movie? Did you all enjoy it? Did you all not? Also, what you have done personally to help make this movie a lot better? Feel free to let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm Shadow the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications when I upload so that way you guys will not miss an upload. As always, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Blue Sky, follow me on Twitter, follow me on DeviantArt, and follow me on my backup channel known as Miss Dark Shigo, as links to those will be in the About page section so that way you guys will not miss an upload. As always, I will be catching you all in the next video. Peace out, and like always, roll the outro because I'm out.
What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Ms. Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, stay pretty.